What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video at Clive View Cars. Obviously I'm Chris, you're you. If you enjoy what you're seeing with this content and the channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and the bell notification, and that way you're not going to miss any videos when I upload them. What we're doing today, right, today we are doing not a great deal if I'm honest. Not got a lot going on with the cars today, so I thought what I'd do is I'd sit down and talk to you about how I got into car flipping and how you can do it, and some considerations if you're thinking about taking up car flipping. So first thing you need to think about car flipping is your budget. Set a budget which you are prepared to lose. Now when I say prepared to lose, I don't mean oh my god I'm going to throw £2,000 at this new hobby, car, business, whatever you want to go and call it, and I'm going to lose that money. You're not necessarily. You've just got to be very specific and very careful about how you buy your cars. Golden rule I always stick by in this is car flipping is, I think Kenny Rogers and the Gambler said it, you need to know when to hold them, you need to know when to fold them. Cue crap music. Anyway, so that was a GBX version anyway. So what you need to do is you need to consider this, okay? So when you buy a car, you need to think about where you're going to source the car from. Are you going to source it from Facebook? Are you going to source it from another trader, auto trader, Gumtree, auctions? All these sort of things you need to be prepared to invest in. Do your research, find out what's selling well in your area, find out the markets which you can actually self-attract yourself to. Do you want to deal in some sort of performance cars? Do you want to deal with the classic cars? Do you want to deal with restoration projects? There is a value in every car you buy. Not necessarily you'll make profit, but you need to buy at the right price. And the reason you want to buy at the right price is you make your money when you buy a car, not when you sell a car. That's the most important thing to remember. You need to buy it with enough margin in to be able to do your preparations, to repair any defects and clean the car, anything like that. If you want to run this as a business, you then need to think about obviously overheads, taxes, VAT, insurance, all that sort of stuff which you need to consider. Now if you want to sell cars in the UK, as a maximum number you can sell without declaring it is 6, as far as I'm aware. That may have changed, however I believe it's 6. If not 6, it's 8. Yeah, start slow and take your time. Now when you're sourcing your cars, you need to look at what sort of car you're going to source. Is it going to be a straight car or is it going to be a categorised car? When I say straight or categorised, what I mean by that is, has the car been involved in an accident and been written off by the insurance company? If it has, that's absolutely fine. It's not a massive deal. However, you need to make sure that if you're buying the car as an accident damage, are you going to repair the car or are you going to pay a garage to repair it? If you're going to pay a garage to repair it, you then need to think about parts and labour. That's another big factor which you need to affect. When I buy a car, I try and work on the assumption that I'm going to make between £500 and £1,000. It's me personally. Some cars I've made much more in, some cars I've made much less in, some cars I've actually lost money in. But that is part of the game. That is part of it. Now, when you're buying a car, you need to go to the car, you need to do a thing called a HPI check. Very, very important. There is hundreds, if not thousands, of sites out there you can do it on. Auto Trader do it. Car Vertical is one of them. It's a big one which everyone's using at the moment. Local HPI checks. I use an app on my phone called that's not Amazon. It's definitely not Amazon. It's called Vehicle Smart. This isn't paid by any company. It's not a paid. There it is, Vehicle Smart. Mine's on Android. It's not paid advertisement this, but I find it really good. So it's dead easy. All you'll do is put in the reg numbers of the car, click loading vehicle, it'll load the vehicle details, and it'll tell you if it's taxed, MOT'd. It'll give you a brief overview of the MOT history. Good, bad, ugly. That one was a bad one. Obviously I didn't buy it. But anyway, do your research. Carry your due diligence and actually look at what you're buying. Don't just buy it on a whim. That is probably my biggest bit of advice. Next thing you need to think about is if you are going to take this up as a hobby, you need to get the correct insurance. Now, insurance in the UK is a bit of a darker grey area. Now, I personally use trade policy. That's me personally. They are a lot more expensive. And if you are starting out in this hobby, if you need to move that car around, you need to have a temporary insurance. Now, trade policy or temporary insurance is entirely up to yourself. Some policies will allow you to drive a car third party. Again, that's up to you personally how it works best for you. Next thing you need to think about is you need to think about taxing the car. Now, are you going to tax the car and keep it on the road? Are you going to have you got somewhere to store it? Then you don't need to have it taxed. Anytime that car goes on the road, you need to have it taxed and insured. Again, that is down to personal preference on how you want to manage that. I use trade plates, that's me personally. Again, that's another thing you need to consider. Sorry, bear with me, I've got my iPad down here with all my notes on. So that's how I used to do it. Next thing you've got to think about is preparing the car. Now, you might be handy, so if you buy a car and obviously you need to prepare it for sale, be that MOT in it, be that repairing any damage, bodywork, mechanical issues, all that sort of stuff, alloy wheel repair, whatever you need to do to that car to get it to a state where you can present it to the public, photograph it, and then sell the car. Now, me personally, I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I'm not a mechanic by any means, but if I can find out how to do something, save some money somewhere, I will. Bigger jobs, I'll always put them to a garage, but what I would always recommend is you take the car to the garage, get it safety checked. Massively important. 50-point safety check, and then you not peace of mind that car safe. They'll also highlight any work you need to do to the car or that needs doing in preparation for its MOT. Now, when I say MOT, you can sell cars without an MOT. Wouldn't recommend it because really all the worth is scrap value. To get the most value for money out of a car, MOT it. Now, you need to factor this into your costs. Now, I try and work with a £1,500 to £1,000 margin, or a £500. About 500 to £1,000 I like to work with. And that factors into preparation costs and all that sort of good stuff. VAT, all that sort of stuff you need to take into account. Once I've paid preparation costs, mechanical costs, tax and insurance, tax, overheads, you can look to make about £500 to £600 pure profit. Again, it's all down to the vehicle which you're selling. Now, once you've done that, you then need to think about advertising the car. Now, advertising it is probably, you have to get it right. It's probably for me, it's the most enjoyable part of the car, or part of the process, is advertising it. There's lots of different platforms to advertise it on. Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree, to name but a few, Auto Trader. Auto Trader, again, that brings into another section. You can hear the birds really loud. Another part of it, paying for the advertisement. Now, Facebook is free. Gumtree can be free if you do it right. If not, obviously, I think it's $17.99. Auto Trader is between £40 and £60, again, depending on the value of the car. For me, it then works out how I'm going to sell it, but that's my personal thing. I can't tell you how to do it. Now, taking all that into account, you have got to have a budget of how much you're going to spend on the car. As I said in the beginning, you need to know when you hold them and know when to fold them. Now, the most important part is if you need to buy the car, you need to buy it at the right price. I can't tell you what that right price is, but there is some guides out there. Glasses Car Guide, I use that personally, but what I'll do is I'll always do a check against Auto Trader as well, to find out how much I can sell that car for. Therefore, it would dictate how much I pay for the car. Again, it's totally subjective to how you want to run your business or how you want to run your car selling. These are just a few things that I think you should take into consideration. I do a few things a little bit differently. I like buying a lot of cars from auction, but again, that brings into that's another video in itself, basically. So anyway, guys, this is my take on flipping cars. If you like the content you've seen and you want to see some more of this, please don't forget to hit me up in the comments below. I'd like to know what your take on car buying is. What's your top tips? Again, your top tips might help me, my top tips might help you. But anyway guys, thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Listen to me prattle on because we haven't got a lot going on in the old car selling word today. But anyway guys, thanks for taking the time to watch. Thanks for joining me in my living room. Peace out, catch you in the next one.